Hi everyone, it's Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. Hope you're all well. This is our latest little movie poster special, and we have the wonderful Will Smith back on our screens, but he's obviously in animated form with the new film Spies in Disguise, and I don't think he's in a sort of Will Smith lookalike animated form for long. I think he's turned into a pigeon in this little film as well, but obviously it's his first voice film for animation since Shark Tale in 2004, so that's 15 years ago. So I just thought I'd have a look at what posters I've got from the 90s and the 2000s, obviously starring Will Smith. So I've come up with 8 movies here featuring the wonderful Will Smith anyway, dated from 1997 to 2004. Anyway, if you like these, please push the old subscribe button. If you want to know when these things are coming out, please push the bell notification button. So you know when these videos are coming out, poster reviews, film reviews, box set reviews, board game reviews, and obviously if you're into football, I've got my Manchester City vlogs as well, Manchester City past and Manchester City present. So a bit of history ones and ones about City now. So if that's your bag, do that. That's great. Right, let's have a look at Will Smith. Let's have a look at what we're going to do. All right, the first one we're going to look at, I think these are more or less alphabetical. They might be slightly out of alphabetical order. They're not in date order anyway, but I'll tell you the date. The first one, we're going to 2001. Mr. Will Smith obviously starred as the superb Muhammad Ali, a masterpiece. This movie's a knockout. News of the World, who are no longer with us, are they? The News of the World. A Michael Mann film, 15 certificate. Got 6.8 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, which isn't the greatest score, is it? 6.8 out of 10. And on June the 10th, 2016, obviously Will Smith was actually one of the pallbearers at Muhammad Ali's funeral when he passed away. So obviously Ali had rang Will Smith to ask him to do the role, actually, to take the role. So because he was the only one pretty enough to do it. So there you go. That's typical Muhammad Ali, obviously, but Will Smith did a great job. 107 million budget, and it got only 88 million back at the box office. So it did make, obviously, money back on certain sales with DVDs, etc., abroad and videos, etc., but didn't do so well. Good film. I mean, 5 stars, News of the World, 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, which isn't a bad score, really, 6.8 out of 10. But if you've never seen Ali, please go back and watch it. I mean, it is a film of its time. All right, on to the next one. We'll go to 2003 now. So this is a sequel. I don't have the original. This is a sequel to one of his big films that was in 1998. But this is a sequel. Of course, Bad Boys 2 with the wonderful Martin Lawrence, Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer. Again, a Michael Bay film. So, you know, obviously the links are there. I mean, that is a great poster, isn't it, that one? Bad Boys 230 million to make and 273 million it got back. 6.6 out of 10. So not a bad score on IMDb. I mean, you can't really complain at 6.6. Obviously, the Bad Boys character, Michael Bay, had seen Will Smith, obviously, years before on The Prince of Bel-Air, and he wanted him for the Bad Boys 1, obviously, and obviously the younger round for Bad Boys 2. But after seeing that film, he wanted him to be to star in this. Will Smith. So good poster. Bad Boys 2. Shame I haven't got Bad Boys 1. Right, on to the next one. Now we're going to 1998. So we're going back in time a little bit here. One of the early ones today. Again, Simpson Bruckheimer. So it's obviously Will Smith's quite popular with them two guys, obviously. But we're talking obviously a great film, Enemy of the Snake. Will Smith, Gene Hackman, sleek, fast knuckle bruising ride the sun. It's not paranoia they're really after you. So 15 certificate. Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer production, a film by Tony Scott. 90 million budget, 251 million it got back at the box office. 7.3 out of 10, which is a good healthy score on Internet Movie Database. And Will Smith really signed on for this film because he wanted to work with Gene Hackman. He was, once Gene Hackman was penciled in, obviously Will Smith wanted to work alongside him. But that's a great poster, Enemy of the State. You can actually, I've got a bigger version actually on the wall there. That's from a magazine. Actually, it's one with creases on. This is obviously a rolled one. So great film, great poster. I like the blue tint to that. I think it's really good. And the next one I'm going to look at And this is one of his. This is the ones I really enjoyed at the time. It's made in 2004. Film called I, Robot. Remember this one? Friday the 3rd of December. So that's significant date. You like Will Smith as well. The Future Begins on DVD. So it's like special sort of double thing. If you like the film and it's say it's your birthday or an anniversary of some sort of 3rd of December, you get two. You've got two benefits if you get a poster like this. 120 million to make, so reasonable budget. 347 million back. 2004. 7.1 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. And there was a scene where in the robot storage facility where he's riding a motorbike, and he actually crashed and wrote off the motorbike. And during the film, you can actually see him start to crash. You can actually see the bike start to wobble, and it cuts them. But obviously, that's when he actually wrote the motorbike off. But that he was actually riding. Will Smith was actually riding it. But great poster, great film. I mean, I think most people would have seen I, Robot. It is a really good film. The Future Begins on DVD. So yeah, this obviously the thought there is obviously DVD is actually the 2004. Obviously videos. I mean, they're only actually showing the DVDs. They're not showing the video there. Video was being phased out. So says it all really. The Future Begins on DVD, and that was the end of a lot of video shops as well, unfortunately, with that. But there you go. Future didn't carry on with the small independents anyway, did it? And certainly not even the big boys for a while. And on to the next one. We've got a couple here, obviously, of the franchise. 1997, obviously the superb Men in Black with Tommy Lee Jones. Fantastic film. Still one you can watch now. I'm not overly impressed with the new reboots of it, to be honest with you. It's not a patch on the original. You even got the CD there and the music. He does a lot of obviously linked with a lot of things, isn't he, Will Smith? The music side. There's one in a bit as well that has the music. 90 million to make, 590 million back at the box office. 7.3 out of 10, so a good healthy score. Obviously, when Spielberg rang Will Smith to ask him to star in this, he thought it was a wind-up. He didn't realise it was Steven Spielberg, Will Smith. But Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, great film. And of course, if you've got Men in Black, obviously a few years later, back on to 2003. So again, on video and DVD here, 27th of January. So again, that's a significant dates here. You've got Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith back, Men in Black 2, and you had the same pug dog as the main star, and he was a little bit grey, so they had to darken his whiskers a little bit because he'd aged from the first one. That was 140 million to make, 442 million back at the box office. And this was filmed after the poster we saw before, after the film he did before, Ali. This was done after this, so he bulked up quite a lot. So it took a little bit of time for him to start to fit in the suits, the famous suits, because he gone very muscular. So obviously initially he was a bit too bulky for the suits, but I'm sure they sorted that out. I'm sure they perhaps made a new one. I'm not too sure, but there was a complaint he couldn't fit in the suits at the time because he's bulked up for starring in Ali, obviously. But I mean, that's great. I'm pretty close, isn't it? I mean, I think that's slightly better than the first poster, to be honest with you. I'm not saying the film's better, but obviously that's better. Men in Black 2, MIB 2. Right, on to the last couple now. One that's not as well known. It's quite an unusual one. Obviously, it's a sort of golf-based thing. You probably may know now if you think about that. But talking the legend of Bagger Vance from Academy Award-winning director Robert Redford. Great film. I mean, it got 6.7 out of 10. This is from the year 2000, so it's well liked on Internet Movie Database. Will Smith, Matt Damon, the wonderful Charlize Theron, a winner, the Sunday People. Yeah, I mean, 6.7 out of 10 is a good score, isn't it? But 80 million budget, and it only got 40 million back at the box office, so it didn't do very well box office-wise. And obviously, Will would later go on to star with Charlize Theron again in 2008 in the film Hancock, the superhero thing, Hancock. So obviously this was back in 2000, so 8 years later. Look how young he's looking, quite young there, isn't he? Looks like his son. There you go. It could easily be his son, couldn't it? On rental DVD and video, so you've got both there now. You've got the rentals, and obviously, as I say, that was the year 2000. That was really the start when DVD started to be pushed into the shops, etc. Legend of Bagger Vance. And the last one we'll look at today, Oh, this was a big flop. This is a big flop. Very disappointing. Only got 4.9 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. I quite like it, but I mean, it was sold as a comedy, and it wasn't particularly funny, was it? I mean, it certainly wasn't funny box office wise. It cost 170 million to make, and just about got its money back. It just made over 220 million, so it did make its money back. Will Smith, Kevin Kline, but it wasn't very well appreciated. 4.9 out of 10 average rating on Internet Movie Database. Wild West. I quite liked it. I thought it was all right, but hilarious. I don't know who brought hilarious. I wouldn't say it was funny. There was a lot of test screenings and they tweaked it a little bit, but it still didn't do very, very well. And I think Will Smith actually was offered the leading role in Matrix. Keanu Reeves' role in Matrix, and Will Smith refused it to do this. And he did say it's one of the worst decisions he'd made in his whole career. But whether the film's good or bad, great poster. I mean, that's all that matters, isn't it? Fantastic poster. 1999, so we're going to the end of the 20th century there with that one as well. Hats off to the lethal combo of Smith and Western flicks. There you go. Good. That's the last one of Will Smith today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. So they were quite good films, weren't they? Would I watch all of them again? Well, I'll certainly watch Ali again. I've watched Bad Boys 2, Enemy of the State, I, Robot, Men in Black 2, Legend of Bagger Vance. And Wild Wild West, yeah, I probably would. There's nothing else to watch, which I'm sure there always will be, won't there? But yeah, of course, I'd watch all those films again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. A little tribute to Will Smith and some of the posters I have for Will Smith. There's another couple of films he did that I've actually got posters for, but he's not pictured on the poster, so I didn't dig those out. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Please follow us on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. I'm on Facebook at Burns and Dean with links to movie game nostalgia.com, my website. Please have a look at the website, see what you think. I'm updating it all the time. Anything I've not got on there, just give us a shout and I'll try and sort it out, I'll point you in the right direction if I can't get hold of it. So obviously I sell DVDs, posters and board games, so please get along and have a look at that. Anyway, thank you for watching today. Whatever you're going to do with the rest of your day, have a really good one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. Hopefully, I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.